I think this is it. All right, we're going to go to the 14 points. Right now, I'm going to prove that by Vaush's own definition, I'm going to logic chain time. And I'm going to actually, we might need MS Paint. MS Paint, we're going to do MS Paint. Okay, MS Paint time. Ready? Okay, logic chain. Logic chain. I will prove. Airtight. Okay, ready? A person and because analytards love this, we're gonna do so P equals X, P equaling support. Support, which is P, equals C. Wait, okay, let's actually do V for voting. And instead of P, we're going to do S. Supporters of fascism. Wait, supporters equals fascists. And then, okay, this makes much more sense. Supporters of fascism are fascist. Voting is a way to show support. So, supporters of fascism. Wait, does this make sense? Yeah. No, wait. V equals S. Voting is a supporter. Supporter of fascism equals fascist. Okay, I have to do that one. That's how I have to do. Okay, so I have to add the F here too. So supporters of fascism equals fascist. Voting is a way to show support. Vaush will be... Vaush voted for a fascist. Vaush equals V. No, wait, hold on. What's another name for Vaush? Equal V. No, wait. Okay, this, I don't know how to do this. Java, okay, J equal V. Therefore, Vaush is a fascist. Okay, time to computationalize this logic chain. Okay, ready? This is how these people think, by the way, so I'm just doing their logic. We must find the proper definition of fascism. Vaush, Sir Vaush, the genius, wait. Vaush, genius, has discovered Umberto Eco's 14 points as the definition of fascism. This will be a YouTube video, by the way. The definition of fascism. We have to emphasize that V, okay? Okay? The definition of fascism, okay? So let us first find, and Umberto Eco, U, definition, U, equal fascism, F. All we must do is prove this in order to prove this. Math! Airtight logic. No more Haas schizo ramblings. No more Haas incoherent lacks of definition. This is how you think properly. Right here. This is the truth. And fucking all the greatest geniuses of history. I mean, all these Enlightenment philosophers, they're all idiots, dude. It's literally like this. This is how you have to think. This is the true way to think. And if you don't think this way, you're just yelling and rambling. This is the only way to think, okay? So, we must check Umberto Eco's 14 points. Umberto Eco, 14 points. Oh my god. Yikes. 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 It's the 14 points. Oh no. The 14 features of eternal fascism. Oh my god. Oh my god, Umberto Eco, he really defined it. He really defined it. Let's find it. Let's find it. Umberto Eco. Okay, it's on Wikipedia, guys. This is where Vaush gets all his knowledge. Is there a better, version of this? Can you guys see this or no? Can you guys see this? Hold on. The 14 points! Oh my god! The 14 points, guys! Oh, so facing. Biden is a fascist. I'm gonna prove it. Okay, here it is. Here it is, guys. 14 points. All we gotta do is prove this one. Okay? All we gotta do is prove it, guys. That Biden's a fascist. Alright, guys. Alright, let's do it. The cult of tradition. One only has to look at the syllabus of every fascist movement to find the major traditionalist thinkers. Okay, they're talking about Madame Blavatsky. So smart, Umberto Eco. Madame Blavatsky equals fascism, dude. You're so fucking smart, dude. Okay, the cult of tradition. Biden's Democratic Party always talking about upholding the tradition of our democracy and our sacred democratic values that are under siege. Looks like Biden knocked that one out of the park. Knocked it out of the park. As for the occult stuff, we do know that the Democrat elites were tied to, a lot of people who are involved in occult type of thinking. Therefore, knocked out of the park. That one's done. The rejection of modernism. The Enlightenment, the Age of Reason, is seen as the beginning of modern depravity. In a sense, fascism can be defined as irrationalism. Biden continually talks about global warming and continually talks about the founding sins of the Democratic Party. Always talks about 1619 Project, New York Times, and that the founding of America was a scar, and that we must reverse and bring down the statues of the Biden's a fascist is knocked out of the park. Number 2 is knocked out of the park. Easily. New York Times 1619 Project, which Biden is associated with. Global warming, Greta Thunberg. Modern industries begin to... And then there's a lot of other things too. Biden seems to be an old-timey type of guy who's going off the nostalgia of the, good old Joe Biden, the Southern Democrat. He's like, fascist. Okay. 3, the cult of action for action's own sake. Easy! Knocked out of the park! Biden and the Democrats are always talking about, we gotta get things done, guys. We gotta get things done. Forget about the ideology. Forget about all this. We gotta get it done, guys. I just want to get things done and get things passed. And Biden continually used that rhetoric of, we gotta get it passed now. We got knocked out of the park! That's the easiest one so far. Disagreement is treason. If you disagree with the Democrats, you're a Russian bot. Knocked out of the park, the easiest one. Fear of difference. The first appeal of a fascist or prematurely fascist movie is an appeal against the intruders, Russian fake news, Vladimir Putin, and then also intruders like China and all those other people, and the storming of the Capitol, the internal enemy of the intruders, the Trump supporters. Biden sounding a pretty fascist. He's sounding pretty fascist. Appeal to social frustration. A frustrated middle class, a class suffering from an economic crisis or feelings of political humiliation. Easy, I can tack all those off. His frustrated middle class. Biden won from the white suburbs. They're very frustrated with the situation of COVID and Trump and the economy. Class suffering from an economic crisis, yes. Or feelings of political humiliation. Yes, Trump was humiliating them. The middle class was humiliated by Trump, and the ruling class was humiliated by Trump. And frightened by pressure of lower social groups, a.k.a. the deplorables, a.k.a. those white suburbanites in the that voted for Biden, who are frightened by the lower deplorables. Knocked out of the park! The easiest one so far. The obsession with the plot. The followers must feel besieged. Easiest one. Russian bots. Russian intervention in the election. Just Russia. That's it. Simple. That's the easiest one, actually. We just did half, by the way. So far, Biden, half of the 14 points prove Biden is a fascist. The enemy is both weak and strong. That's how they depict Trump, and that's also how they depict Trump supporters. Trump is weak, he's incompetent, he's a failed president, and also he poses a big threat to the sanctity of our democracy, and he's a major threat. The same thing they do with Russia. Russia's a backward country, and they're nothing. They're just saber rattling. And then also, Russia's this big menace that's threatening us. Oh, this is gonna go. The followers must be convinced that they can overwhelm the enemies. Thus, by a continuous shifting of rhetoric focus, the man is at the same time too strong and too weak. 100% nails down how the Democrats were treating North Korea, Russia, and Iran. It's the same exact pathology. Too strong and too weak. Pacifism is trafficking with the enemy. So when Tulsi Gabbard doesn't want war, she's a Russian bot. And she's a Russian infiltrator. Knocked out of the park. Contempt for the weak. The Bernie bros. Elitism is a typical aspect of any reactionary ideology. Oh, and the Democrats are super elitist, and Biden is super elitist, because Biden is always talking about, oh, those Bernie and those socialists can't get anything done because they're too weak and they're too impotent. I'm going to get things done. They're weak, guys. I'm strong. Trump is weakening our nation. All the weak deplorables support him. Contempt for the weak, guys. And yeah. Everybody is educated to become a hero. Easy. Biden and Kamala both. We're going to inspire Americans to be great again. Instead of this Trump who's making us be villains, we're going to make you guys into heroes. Heroism is the norm. Biden, he salutes the heroes, all those heroic Americans, all those essential workers fighting in the middle of COVID. We respect you. I'm Biden. Everybody is going to become a hero. The easiest one. Machismo and weaponry. This is the origin of machismo, which disdain for women. Biden is a little bit of a kind of, a little bit too much of a toxic man, if you ask me. And, his rhetoric is a little bit too toxic, if you ask me. And condemnation of non-standard sexual habits from chastity. Well, Biden was a Southern Democrat, and he voted against these things, homosexuality and all those minorities in the past. So, you know what I'm saying? Even since the Earth fascist hero tends to play with weapons, and doing so becomes... that perfectly describes Biden. You know that Biden... He flexes America's military power and the need for America to become the hegemonic force again. Yeah. Selective populism. There's a feature in our TV internet populism which is an emotional voice. A selected group of citizens can be accepted as the voice of the people. Yeah, Biden discounts half of the country and says the other half are the voice of the people. And he only appeals to them. Sounds a bit fascist to me, guys. Fascism speaks newspeak. All the Nazi or fascist schoolbooks made use of an impoverished vocabulary and an elementary syntax in order to limit the instruments for complex. This is such a By the way, I should actually go through this list and prove why Umberto Eco's a fucking retard, and this list sucks, and this is a stupid fucking list, but we don't have time. We're just here to prove Vaush is a fascist by his own reasoning. But Biden, he kind of speaks like a simple old guy, too. He speaks pretty simple, plain-spoken guy. He doesn't use complex vocabulary or syntax. Moreover, he doesn't even have the cognitive ability to. So, Umberto Eco is a little bit, ableist here, but this does qualify as part of the point. Okay? Yeah, build back better. Knocked it out of the park! We have just proven that by Vaush's own sacred, eternal, and totally not vague and airtight definitions of fascism, Biden is a fascist. So let's get back to the math. If Biden is a fascist, which according to the 14 points of Umberto Eco's definition he is, Vaush voted for a fascist and told you to vote for one too. And now comes the terrifying conclusion, guys. Oh my god, guys. Can you believe it? Can you even believe it? Vaush is a fascist. Oh my god. Vaush is a fascist? This changes everything. This changes everything, guys. Aren't you guys glad we had a definition of fascism? Because definitions totally can't be used in opportunistic ways. You gotta have a definition, guys. You gotta have they totally can't be twisted to be used in bad faith, opportunistic ways. Definitions premise reality, guys. The only reason... Listen, guys. Do you guys want to know the origin of fascism? Mussolini opened the Oxford Dictionary and he found the definition of fascism, which was Umberto Eco's 14 points. And he basically said, I will be that. And that's the origin of fascism. Basically, like, Hitler did the same thing. He opened the Oxford Dictionary and he found the definition of fascism. But there's also competing theories that the definition of fascism, which is written by God in a stone tablet millions of years ago, esoterically and metaphysically manifested itself in reality, as a reflection of this eternal Platonic idea. And the definition of fascism became real because it woke up on the wrong side of the bed one day and it said, I will be. I will be. I will be. But trust the Oxford Scholar, guys. Trust Umberto Eco. They have all the answers. They will teach you everything you need to know about fascism. And, yeah. And I'm saying this because the video ended there. Because this is going to be a YouTube video, by the way. And this is going to be a great YouTube video. And it's going to be like less than 10 minutes, I hope. But I liked it.